Hey everybody, today I take a look at the most patriotic watch I found on eBay. And I picked it up for only about $100.
This box came to you today from Germany. What is inside it?
We'll find out in a second, but first, wristwatch check. Today I'm wearing my Casio Pro Trek. I noticed in editing that it was in fact a full moon on Thanksgiving. Nice. Anyhow, let's see what's in the box.
Guten Tag, lieben Glauben, Globen.
Alright, a huge red, white, and blue watch. Captain America could use this as a shield. Or maybe Evel Knievel could use this as a belt buckle. So if some of you are too young to remember Evel Knievel, he was this motorcycle stunt guy who was everywhere in the 70s. He jumped cars and trucks. He was so big there was an entire line of toys centered around his brand. Some that were good, like the stunt cycle, some that were bad, and some that were just nonsense. Evel Knievel was never an Arctic explorer or rescue fireman. I'm surprised they didn't do Evel Knievel in space. How did I get here? Oh yeah, this watch. If you look closely, you notice that this isn't a chronograph. The subdials are day of the week and month. There was a chronograph that looked like this one that Sorna made back in the 70s, but those seem to go for real money on eBay as they're vintage Swiss-made chronographs. It seems the original Sorna company went bankrupt in the 90s, and from what I've researched, its assets and name were sold to a company in Germany that continued selling these in-house homage watches. Of course, this wasn't the only colorway. As long as you want bold primary colors, Sorna is the watch for you. The same seller of these also sells Sears chronograph knockoffs. These were originally related to Sorna, as the originals both used an EB8420 pin lever chronograph movement, as did the Heuer Easy Rider watch. It's starting to fall outside the scope of this review, but check out the article I found on the Caliber 11 website. It gets a little more detailed into the history of the Heuer Easy Rider and related watches. At any rate, the Sorna name was sold again to another company based in the Netherlands that is again making colorful chronographs under the brand name. However, these watches might be vaporware, as you can still pre-order these watches for delivery in August 2018, and nowhere on their site does it mention that these are available. I don't know what's going on there. Alright, let's get back to the real watch that I have here. Obviously, the first thing you notice is the bold red, white, and blue colorway. Next, you'll probably notice that it's got 3 crowns and 2 pushers. The 2 crowns on the left side control the white inner bezel and the world time bezel. I didn't show it, but the blue and silver outer bezel turns bidirectionally just like a dive watch does. Unsigned buckle on this leather rally strap, which at least the strap fits, but it's not the best strap in the world. Case back lets us know the watch is all stainless and offers 5 ATM water resistance. The fit and finish of the watch overall is very good, and all the surfaces are polished. It's a mineral crystal, not sapphire. On the right side of the watch, the top pusher controls the day of the week dial. As expected, the center crown allows the setting of the time as well as a tiny date window at 4 o'clock. And finally, the bottom pusher controls the month dial at the very bottom of the watch. Not much is known about the automatic movement in this watch, but it does hack and is hand-windable. And believe it or not, this unknown movement has the smoothest winding action I've seen in any watch. It's like buttery smooth. Well, let's check out the lume. Wow, that's pretty crappy. But at least it has some lume, I suppose. Time for the obligatory wrist shot. On my huge wrist, the fit of this watch is fantastic. I'm definitely going to get some use out of this bold retro design. Here's WatchBot with the specs.
The watch is 47mm wide and can take a 22mm watch band.
Thanks, WatchBot. So yeah, a 21 jewel automatic watch with one of the boldest designs I've ever seen for about $100. Hard to go wrong with that. Anyhow, that's all I have this week. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.